को समाज में आगे बढ़ाएं।
See, the biggest help of AI is that it can help us to manage 5,000 students simultaneously. So whether it's a heterogeneous group or it is any kind of a group, that is no issue out here. Not only this, we take that tool of analysis that is really, really helpful, because what it does is, it is highlighting the strength and the weakness of each and every student. So we continuously keep on going to the platforms. We pick up the analysis of the students who are working on the platform. And based upon that, we come to know that are there certain areas which are common to all the students, where they're weak or they're not able to perform well. And based upon that input, then we design our content. Then we come out with a question bank, or we come out with any kind of a help, so that students are able to clear their weak areas and fill the gaps which are there in the knowledge and move ahead. This is not possible by any single teacher to do all this. So this is how AI is helping immensely to understand each and every student.
I wish Q&I all the very best, and I'm sure this is going to help the children to really find I in them. I find that it is a bit different from the many other platforms which are existing, and hopefully, it's really going to make a lot of difference, because it focuses more on their personalized analysis, their diagnostic. Moreover, the best part of it is that it is not just going to provide them the remedy, but going to give them the solution as well. So it is a very, very important product. Let's see, hope for the best. Future to come, the children will be able to explore I in them. All the very best.
The product is really amazing, and I can foresee a lot of hand-holding in future. There are many assessment platforms, but it's very important that we do the hand-holding with the children. For me, it is questions and initiatives.
So before designing any product, we try to understand why we are building and then what we are building. So we have to be very clear about why we are taking up any project or any product feature or any offering for that matter. We just spend a lot of time on deciding why and the what's, and that involves a lot of surveys and researchers and talking to people who are actually going to use our product. You just don't build it for today, you build it for tomorrow. You have to have that whole roadmap in front of you before you actually begin with the process of designing the first draft of it. And then we get into the process of designing the launch and the features that will go into it, and every team what tasks they are going to take. And then we come up with a strategy and go out into the market, and then the next step is to evaluate how the product is doing in the market. The other important aspect of it after releasing a product is to understand, get the feedback, and make the necessary changes so that it is actually usable.
NEET UG is for all those students who are looking for an admission into a medical college. Now this test, in addition to, it's not only about the subject knowledge, it is also time-bound test. So it is going to test your skills of performing under pressure within the time. So it's a lot about the presence of mind also, and also about the application of the knowledge which you have gained throughout. So it's a difficult test because, about 20 lakh students are preparing for it, and just about, 9% of it are going to get their admissions into medical college.
I'm Dr. Vikesh Kaur, Principal, Doon International School, Jammu. I'm really proud and honored to be a part of such an event that has been organized by Q&I organization. I extend my heartiest congratulations and generous gratitude to the founder and CEO of Q&I, Mr. Vinay Singh, and his team for organizing such a great event where almost all incredible intellectuals of Jammu and across Jammu, they were brought together under one roof. Basically, this event was about transformational leadership, which is the need of the hour. And as we all know, that education sector is changing with a fast pace, and we all need to transform ourselves and our initiatives to keep a pace with it. So basically, Q&I is an organization which is providing some kind of solutions for all of us, where they have some customized and tailored, structured learning strategies for everyone. As we all know that all children are unique in their own sense, and it is not possible to have one size fits all kind of a thing. That's the gone days that we all used to teach in the same way.
The thing which I feel best, the cycle which was told in the seminar, that give test and analyze your weakness and the strength.
I really do think as a student, this will really help for any student to get to know what point they're really lacking on. I'll promote this to my peers and juniors also.
Such a new and unique platform. It is very, what to say, I have no words. First time I have encountered such platform with such qualities that it is pinpointing you where you have to focus.
Hi, I am Philomena Gonsalves from Saraswati Global School. I was very happy to be invited for this Q&I, and I would like to draw the attention on these words: connect, inspire. Tells me this thought process. In fact, when we are talking of values and ethics, we need to connect with children of any kind, of any status. Then comes inspiring. A leader has to inspire, and that's how we leaders lead, and children will follow us in the leading path.
A very good evening to this August gathering. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to Q&I today in the city of Prayagraj. But before I start, my humble gratitude and thanks to each one of you for being here with us this evening. We know you'll have traveled from far and wide places and been in great traffic to be with us this evening. Thank you so much. Q&I Today is a groundbreaking educational event series that will traverse multiple cities across India, bringing together the brightest minds in education. This unique initiative is designed to foster meaningful dialogue and collaboration around the evolving landscape of education in India. This is not just an event. It is a celebration of ideas, collaboration, and innovation. And Q&I is a revolutionary education initiative by Thomson Digital, India's leading digital publishing solutions provider, founded by the promoters of India Today Group. Q&I is a conceptual breakthrough. It represents a paradigm shift in preparing students for competitive examinations from grades 8 to 12. And today, I'm here to ensure our discussions are meaningful, insightful, and flow seamlessly. Together, we'll explore how technology is transforming education to help students achieve their fullest potential. Once again, thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to an engaging session. We are thrilled to have such a distinguished group of education leaders, innovators, and decision makers gathered here today. As we embark on this exciting journey, let us take a moment to acknowledge the incredible contributions you have made to the field of education. Your dedication, passion, and commitment to nurturing young minds and shaping the future are truly inspiring. Can I have a huge round of applause for each one of you? Well, we have a packed agenda today, featuring engaging panel discussion, interactive session, and a thought-provoking presentation. We hope these sessions will spark new ideas and inspire you to take your initiatives to greater heights. Our first segment for this evening is a panel discussion. And before we dive into it, let me introduce our panel discussion topic for today. It is the future of personalized learning, how technology is changing the classrooms. And we are truly honored to have an esteemed panel of speakers for this discussion. So let's begin. May I please invite Ms. Sujata Singh, Principal, Delhi Public School, as our first panelist this evening. Mr. Nityanand Singh, Principal, Patanjali Rishikul. Ms. Sushmita Kanungu, Principal, Jagat Taran Golden Jubilee School. Ms. Neena Shankar, Principal, Army Public School. Let's have a huge round of applause for our panelists, please. Thank you. And Mr. Sumit David, Principal, IPM International School. A very good evening to our panelists. Thank you for joining us. So welcome to today's exciting panel discussion on the future of personalized learning, how technology is changing our classrooms. And we are thrilled to have such an esteemed panel of speakers, thought leaders, and experts in the field of education. Joining us to explore how personalized learning, powered by technology, is reshaping the way we educate our students. Today's discussion will explore how
children who have mastered the art of socio-emotional competency or value-based competency, skill-based competencies. So we have to identify the competency of the child, and according to that, the teaching learning has to be tailored. So this, according to me, is personalized learning. Now the second question was how it will be helpful. As I told you, this will increase student engagement in the class. Student will not be bored in the class. The student will never feel that, okay, this teaching is not for me, it is only for the good ones who are there, or the teacher is not paying attention to me. It will not be like that. So this will have a better student engagement in the class, and as a result, the student performance will also increase in the long run. So that way, we will see that students start enjoying the classroom, and the overall experience of the student would be better. Secondly, since personalized learning is also data-driven to some extent, it helps us to understand the learning gaps that are there while teaching. And when we understand the learning gap, then only we can also modify our teaching styles in the classroom. So this is how I think it will be very, very helpful if it is properly implemented in the class. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your perspectives, ma'am.
And yeah, no, you also asked that where do I see it in 5 to 10 years. What I see in the coming years is, number one, I see blended learning, where individual platforms will come into the class in our traditional classrooms. So there will be technology-driven platforms that will come in the classroom, and they will help students to, and also teachers, to get that personalized learning along with the traditional classroom method. So this will happen. And at the same time, there will be adaptive assessment. Adaptive assessment means there is separate assessment for child A and a separate assessment for child B. And that assessment is based on the learning ability of the child. Because right now, every process is very, very standard. But this kind of a standard process will not remain, and it will all be based on the ability of the child. Thirdly, what I see is the augmented reality I see coming to the classroom, where children will be learning by 3D enhanced technology. And I think that way they will understand everything better. Then AI tutoring I see in 5 to 10 years. That will, even now, children are studying from YouTube and all. So they have, I have seen some of the videos and I have seen that there are some teachers with whom children are relating very well. They speak their language, they are young people, and they are also teaching very well. So if that kind of rapport between a teacher and a student is formed, then in the long run, I think it is very, very beneficial for the child to understand the concepts. So this is what I see in the coming future, mainly, that it will be AI driven and it will be augmented reality in the classroom. It will not only be the physical teacher and the physical student. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your perspectives and insights, ma'am. Truly, personalization keeps student at the core, at the center of everything. And why it's truly important is because it doesn't leave any child behind. Every student gets to shine. And you made a very important point that it starts with right assessments. You can't give one-size-fits-all assessments to everybody because that's where personalization comes in. Let's add some more perspective to this particular question. And if I may extend the same question to Nityanand sir. Sir, according to you, where do you see personalized learning shaping or going in the next 5 to 10 years? What are some of the exciting things you see in this space? Your question, sir.
Okay, thank you. I see that in coming 5, 10 or 15 years, there will be a radical transformation in the field of education because of AI, whether you accept it or not. And it has already started. And this personalized learning, of course, is going to be augmented by the technology. And personalized learning is not the term which is being heard first time in this global world. Gurukul system was based on personalized learning. So every guru used to see the child in his or her perspective and they used to groom that child. Even today, we know and we all accept that every child is unique. They have their own learning styles. They have their own kind of interest, aptitudes. And we should, and the teachers face a challenge in the class that there are bright students, there are average students, there are below average students. How to teach in a classroom situation where we can address to all these students. So there is a learning gap among these kind of students. A bright students will have a very less learning gap, whereas the below average students will have more learning gap. How to cope up with this learning gap? This is a challenge for a teacher. I think here the technology can come and they can help. That if somewhere the child who has not able to learn in the class one concept and he's going home, and because he's not going so fast, he's going at a slow pace, he can take the help of the technology, revise that concept, he can go ahead and then can merge along with the rest of the students. So here the technology is going to play a role. And if I talk about the data, then 14% I came to know that there is a prediction that in this coming 10 years, this digital market is going to grow by 14% and some 1 trillion worth of industry is going to come in this kind of exponential growth in this digital learning. Even the universities, I was in Singapore, National University of Singapore, the whole of the National University of Singapore has been personalized by the students. They are, even in India, in the Shriram College or the Vellore Institute of Technology and VIT and all, there is a credit system where the child chooses the courses and the papers by themselves, at which paper I am going to cover up, in which semester, and they are going to take the classes also as per their convenience, that I am not going to attend the morning class because I am late, like night, reading more in the night at 3 o'clock, so I will not get up early in the morning. And as some early riser, they are taking the classes as per their compatibility and they are going like that. This is a personalized learning. Even the CBSE is totally now moving towards the personalized learning because we are going for the credit system in CBSE also. The circular has already come. I was in meeting of Education Ministry and the chairman of CBSE where they were talking about the 2 boards examinations to be conducted in a year. which is, of course, a challenging one for the CBSE and for us also to conduct. But they are looking into the personalized way that if a child is not able to qualify one board examination due to certain things or the other, he is not prepared, at least he will get a chance to appear in the other. So this way, the personalized learning is very important so that we can make a tailor-made kind of learning pathway for the child. And of course, this Nishtha app, this Diksha app, which has come for the teachers by the CBSE and by the government, it is a kind of personalized learning where the teachers who are not able to cope up in the school, they can go and make a lesson plan through the Diksha app and the Nishtha app and all that. So the whole education field, I think, that is moving towards personalized learning, and it is good also because, especially for the special children, because we have the inclusive education and there are many students who are coming as a special children, and it's a challenge for teacher to teach the special children in the class. This technology can help these kind of students to cope up in the class. But of course, here I know that it's going to take a long stride, major stride. But caution is also there because I think most of you might be knowing this news that Sweden, country which has stopped textbook in their schools, and they have introduced digital learning through computers. Now, after 15 years, they are coming back to the textbook and they are investing some 104 million euro in their country to come back to the textbook. As per official statements, they are saying that the children are not good at reading and writing just because of this digital thing. So also, I think there has to be a balancing between this digitalized learning and the teacher, because human cannot be replaced by the technology. I think most of you might be knowing about the Iris, the first robot teacher, which has come in the Kerala, in Trivandrum. And that one teacher can teach from class 1 to class 12, all the subjects. So they hardly need any teacher. One teacher can teach from 1 to 12, all the subjects, and the children are liking that Iris. And there are many people who are importing this Iris from the different countries, from the, this country of Arab and all. Because whatever they are asking, the Iris is able to answer everything and in a customized way what the children want to. So how the technology is coming forward. But of course, there is a caution because human values, human touch, human relationship, that cannot, and the creativity, that I think cannot come through the technology. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for bringing that perspective to the table, sir. Thank you so much. And rightfully so, the right education is one that adapts to individual student and not the other way around. And you shared some great examples of the strides we're making at this front. So once again, thank you for that. If I may extend the discussion a little bit further and ask Neena ma'am, ask you, what efforts are schools currently making to implement personalized learning into their classrooms, and how can these efforts be more widely embraced? Your question, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the question. It has been rightly said, explained in fact by Sujata ma'am and Nityanand sir, that personalized education or the learning is the need of the hour. When we say that we are teaching our children or students are learning, they are actually preparing for tomorrow. Now, the teacher's accountability towards child is to prepare each and every child for the future. So when we talk about each and every child, there has to be personalized learning. And I'm happy to say that in fact all the CBSE schools are implementing this personalized learning. And as per NEP 2020, not only CBSE schools, in fact all board schools are implementing this. Now there are few of the strategies which I'll just pinpoint. First is data-driven instructions. Now when the instructions are given in the classroom, which is a varied classroom, there are different level of children who are sitting there. So like we have to analyze the data first. Like what is the level from where we have to start and how far it has to go. So the instructions has to be data-driven. And it is as per the need of the child who is sitting inside the classroom. This is the first thing. Now the second thing which we all are implementing is flexibility in the pace of learning. Now, when the instruction has been given, there is no expectation that within 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, all the students are able to understand. No, there is flexibility in the pace of learning. The child can understand a particular concept or a topic at their own pace. So this is a big thing which is there in NEP 2020, and in fact all schools are implementing that. Then there is flexibility in selecting the learning strategies. There are many strategies which has been given. In fact, the project frameworks are there, the learning styles are there. So the child has a flexibility of choosing one. Like he can be given a project-based learning where he is finding it comfortable. Other children are there, they like debating. So a debate kind of a concept can be given to them and they can understand the point more clearly when a debating things are going on in the class. Some, they find it question-answer round, or some they have it in a memory kind of a thing, like long answer type or short answer type. So it all depends on the need of the child, like what he requires and where does he stand. So there is flexibility in the learning styles also. Then differentiated instructions are there. Now when a teacher makes a lesson plan, it is not one lesson plan which fits all the children. Like there are many ways which has been mentioned in the lesson plan, and the assignments which are to be given to the students. That is also as per the need of the classroom, where so many children are sitting of different levels. So this is differentiated instructions. Now a regular feedback has to be there. A very specific and regular feedback is must. If we want to bring the improvement in our children education system, then the feedback has to be regular and specific so that the improvement can take place. Then another thing which is very new and it is helping us a lot, the child has to set a goal for themselves. So each child in the beginning of the session, what teachers they do, they ask them to set a goal for themselves for the session. And then they have to look for the strategy to achieve it, right? As per that, now we have got assessment, which everyone is aware of it, that assessment for learning, of learning, and as learning. Now, it is a child-centered curriculum. Now the child has set a goal for himself or herself, and they only choose the strategy which fits them, and they feel safe and comfortable in choosing that particular style. And as per that, the assessments are being done for the child. And at the end of the year, whatever the goal has been set, of course, technology, which ma'am, you just mentioned it. Technology is assist or debates, there are plenty of ways, and the child can come to a level which is expected by the child himself. So this is other ways where the schools are working, and they're doing very well, ma'am. Now the second question which you asked, like how can we spread this and we can embrace it? You know, this is the need of the hour, the personalized learning. The sooner we realize it, the better it is. And one thing is very important, this particular learning style helps in the improvement of the academic outcome of the child. And we understand, in fact, everyone has to understand that every child learns differently. And every child learns at a different pace. So let's give them this opportunity, and then we'll see a revolution coming in the education system. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your perspective, ma'am. You've outlined a very comprehensive roadmap and strategies for a lot of us to follow here to ensure that personalization truly enters into the classroom. And it's very heartening to hear of how many strategies and initiatives are being taken in the school today. So thank you. No, that's okay. That's all right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Before I continue, it's a humble request. Please put your phones on silent mode. We have a very distinguished panel here this evening, and we would love for you all to be engaged with us. So a humble request, please keep your phones on silent mode. Thank you so much. Moving on, we've established the importance, the need of personalized learning. Where do we see it going in the next 5 to 10 years? What are some strategies that are effective in implementing personalized learning? If I may dig a little deeper and ask Sumit sir, sir, can you share some examples of successful personalized learning strategies based on your experience? And what support did you or would you need to ensure that these initiatives don't drop dead, they're taken and they go forward? Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Well, the speakers have spoken a lot of things which I had planned to speak, so I'll try to say something which is different. See, today, if you look at the education world, in my perspective, because I'm quite new to it compared to the senior people sitting, I look at it as pre-COVID and post-COVID. So the COVID, one of the changes which it brought was that all these things existed in the past, but it forced us to implement those things. And we became, we worked around the clock to implement these things in a very short span of time. So it was not just the transition from chalk and talk to just putting a camera, but we tried to harness the technology to, deliver something more than just chalk and talk method which was being used over the years. And the biggest change which happened is now, first, the teacher was the source of information. Now, the teacher is a source of information, one of the sources of information. So the role of the teacher has seen a paradigm shift from being just a transaction of information to a role of a facilitator. So the teacher collects the information and then can personalize that information according to the needs of the students. So, sir talked about blended learning. Yeah, so they can use whatever resources are available, create their own resources to complement those resources, and then deliver a personalized and almost at the end of class 9th, the students shifted from science to a commerce stream because they were not the child was not being able to perform. And we could personalize the training because he's missed out on almost 9 months of classes, because we had archived all our resources which we created during COVID, and we could deliver a personalized module to him through our LMS, learning management system. So that is some of the things which we can do very easily. These things already exist with us. So instead of like looking at very big dreams and not being able to implement it at the ground level, so we can do these small things and make sure that the teacher learns to become a facilitator rather than just adopting the old chalk and talk method which I told you. And that is all possible with technology which is already existing with most of us, because we have already used that technology. So I think that is what I would like to say.
Thank you so much, sir. And truly, we cannot bring 21st century students into a 20th century classroom. So small steps actually make up for some large movements in personalized learning space. And thank you for sharing your insights as well. I have a pertinent question, Sushmita ma'am. We've discussed how do we bring personalization into our classrooms. What are some of the strategies, initiatives you could take? What are the small steps that can help you, that can take you to that level? But there's an old saying which says it takes a village to raise a child. That basically means it involves multiple stakeholders to raise a child. Parent, teachers, friends. But focusing on educators and parents, how do we ensure that there is collaboration between educators and parents to ensure that learning happens both within school and at home? And how can they more widely embrace technology in today's time? Your question, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a lovely day for this event to happen. Today is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's birth anniversary, and my good wishes to all of you on Parakram Divas. We all know how dynamic leader he was and how he took the masses along with him in the freedom struggle. So if we all leaders sitting in this room, if we take one teaching from him and imbibe it in our life, probably we'll be very good leaders and educationists. So moving ahead to this question of collaborative learning. See, learning happens only when all the stakeholders are on the same page. If the school is doing something about which the parent is not convinced, learning cannot happen. So we all understand this thing, especially when the child moves from class 10th to 11th. That is the time which is challenging for all of us, because you all know most of the parents want their child to go for science stream. Nobody wants to go for the arts, humanities, or the commerce stream. Why this thing? Because the parents are not on the same page. They don't understand the capabilities, the aptitude of the child, and that is the reason why they try to force their child to opt for something about which probably the child is not interested. So we have to think of that collaborative approach, wherein right from the beginning, ever since the child starts his schooling, we have to bring the parents along with us. We have to see how we can, include them into our curriculum or maybe into our educational framework and see how they are also thinking on the same lines. Like these days, CBSE is coming up with so many new approaches. One of them is bagless days. When we tried to send this thing to the parents, there were many parents who were saying कि फिर बच्चा स्कूल जाएगा क्यों, 6 घंटा वो क्या करेगा? Now, convincing them to understand कि बिना बैग, बिना बुक्स के भी हम बहुत कुछ सिखा सकते हैं. We can make learning possible in the school even without books and without bags. Now that has to be first taught to the parents before we teach the child. So बच्चा तो सीख ही जाएगा, but we need to first train and educate the parents. So there comes collaborative teaching and learning process. And until and unless we, the teachers, the school and the parents, they come on the same page, having the same vibes, having the same objectives, till that time learning is simply not possible. Talking about personalized learning, yes, Nityanand ji was saying about Gurukul method and everything. One positive thing about that Gurukul method was parents never went to the Muni's ashram to stay. So ये जो unnecessary interference है parents का, that was not there, and that is why the Guru could do what he wanted to do, if I am not wrong. For years, for 25 years, the parents had nothing to do with the child's education. So you have to understand this thing, that Gurukul time was, I believe, still far better than what we are facing now. The teachers, they simply have a tough time convincing the parents if they are trying to do something new in the class. If you are trying to innovate certain things, if you are trying to implement a new tool of education, you first need to see whether the parents are accepting it or not. Otherwise, you will face various music Every time the parent comes, barges into the room of the principal saying कि मुझे तो ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है आपका टीचर क्या करना चाह रहा है. So this is very important. Now, how do we do that? How do we bring the parents on the same page? Now, iske liye we need to have regular meetings, workshops with the parents and bring them into the teaching method. Make them at least get involved into the child's learning. Maybe you give certain activities wherein the child has to work with the parent and do that activity. Be it at home. आप कुछ ऐसा सोचिए, कुछ ऐसा कीजिए कि the parent is also involved into it. Then calling them to the school and over a cup of coffee maybe having some interaction with the parents, trying to talk to them, trying to understand their objective, what they think about learning process, and then you and they together may share certain ideas. And that is how gradually you bring them into your learning process. And till that time, remember, we'll all face problems because the parents, they are the ones who are actually having the entire control of the child. Whether the child will opt for certain subject or not, that is the decision of the parent. You, no matter how much you try, you will not be able to convince till the time the parent is convinced. So we have literally to work a lot on this collaborative learning process, wherein the school has to be with the parent and then focus on the child's development. So learning outcome, about which NEP talks a lot. So learning outcome depends a lot on how well you are able to connect with the parents. That connection between the school and the home is very important, and we all have to take that extra step to bring them together with us and have a total all-round development of the child. So that overall education is possible only when we work together in collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sushmita ma'am. You brought some very interesting and important points to the table. You mentioned how we have to educate parents. It's an interesting thought. Teachers are learning, they are becoming students, students are students. Parents also have to be students. I mean, here's an idea. Next time we do a back to school campaign, maybe have parents over as students. That would be very interesting. They'll know what it is like to be a student and why technology is truly important. But once again, thank you so much for sharing that perspective. And truly, for lifelong learning, there has to be collaboration for the sake of students so that they are able to advance. It's a little easier for us school leaders. And technology enters every classroom. So thank you so much. With that, we do come to the end of the panel discussion. Some very interesting perspectives shared. We learned a lot about why personalization learning is important, personalized learning is important, and how personalization can enter our classrooms. And most importantly, why collaboration is the buzzword apart from personalization. Because if you truly want something personalized, all stakeholders have to be involved. So once again, thank you very much for bringing your voice to this discussion, for sharing your unique perspectives, and we're truly grateful. And as long as leaders like you all stand at the helm of affairs, the future looks very bright. And I personally feel a little jealous that I was not born in this time. I mean, it would be wonderful to be living. I heard someone say the best time to be living is today because of the way the world is moving. That So once again, thank you so much. But before we move on to the next segment, we would Q&I team would want to thank you for your time, efforts, dedication, and for being a part of this panel discussion. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present a small souvenir of gratitude to you all. For that, may I please invite our Senior Vice President, Ms. Dharmesh Thakur, to kindly come up on the stage and present our panelists with a small token of our gratitude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, with this, I think. That will be a good idea to have it with this. Take it in the hand. Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. I'll just take my phone. Once again, thank you to our panelists. Now we are excited to move into a segment. Once again, a humble request, please put your phones on silent mode. We would be truly grateful to each one of you. Thank you so much. Well, now we're excited to move into a segment that speaks directly to the heart of innovation and progress in education. At Q&I, we believe in the power of personalization and the transformative impact of adaptive learning. Ours is a bridge that connects students to their fullest potential, that creates an environment where every student can thrive, regardless of their starting point. In a world where technology is reshaping every aspect of our lives, education cannot afford to stand still. Next is an invitation to each one of you to imagine how we as educators can harness these advancements to make learning more engaging, more effective, and more meaningful for our students. I invite you all to not just listen, but to envision how our students can truly be empowered, how personalized learning and technology-driven approach can transform classrooms, ignite curiosities, and help students take charge of their learning journey. Once again, a very good evening to this August gathering. I want to ask, is everyone feeling a little high on energy? All right. So if I may have the liberty, for the next 15 to 20 minutes, I would like to take you through the Q&I vision and story. I also want to thank our audience for being so patient and listening to each of our panelist members so patiently. I'm going to request you all for that patience for the next 15 to 20 minutes as well. I want to introduce you all to the Q&I's flagship program, our Knowledge Partnership Program. But before I start, here's a little bit about our legacy. So Q&I is part of Thomson Digital, which is part of the larger India Today group. And we've been around for 50 years, serving the global community with content and technology-enabled solutions. We wanted to do something for the Indian space, for the Indian market, and we rolled up our sleeves, entered this space, and spoke to various educators, school leaders, parents, students, to see where can we make an actual difference. So we did a lot of surveys, spoke to a lot of school leaders, and found our space. We know as students come to class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they start preparing for competitive examinations. They start looking for different programs, the different after-school programs to start preparing for multiple competitive examinations. Now, we wanted to understand how does that work. After speaking to many parents, students, as well as school leaders, we realized despite many platforms existing in today's marketplace, there are multiple players, there are multiple options for students to prepare for competitive examinations today. However, there are still challenges, and we wanted to understand why is that. And post our discussions, post our analysis, we figured out what was happening. Now, there are after-school programs and there is school. A lot of students opt for these programs. What happens is
they are somehow forced to move out of school situations. Now, there are 20% of students that move out of schools to prepare for competitive examinations. A lot of them also have to leave their hometowns, leave where they are, and go into different strange cities to prepare for competitive examinations. Now, what happens is within these after-school programs, there is a standard approach to assessments and learning, whereas schools act as centers of holistic growth and development. A student stays with you all for minimum 5 to 6 years, am I right? And 12 years in a good situation. Now, what happens is that once they are out of schools and in these programs, they miss out on the kind of foundation that a school builds, the kind of development that a school environment can provide. What we figured out is that there is a disconnect between students because they don't know what to focus on. Whether they focus on competitive examination or do they focus on board examination? Do they go to school or do they go to coaching programs? There's a huge gap in that space. Apart from that, within the coaching programs, while these programs may have what a student needs, but they do not have learning that is personalized or individualized to every student's needs and requirements. The second thing that we also figured out is that there's a one-size-fits-all learning approach. There are many students in each classroom, and it's not physically possible to cater to each student in that space. You have to truly go out and leverage technology to be able to do that. Third, a lot of parents, there was a concern amongst parents that they have to send their children to different cities that compromises the safety and security. Now, my question to each one of you all present here is that it's not even whether this approach is effective. It is whether, is this the only way students can prepare and achieve success in competitive examinations? I leave that question open for you all. Now, how about if we had another solution? Something that complements the school system, something that complements the school education, does not compel students to leave their schools and gives learning that is personalized for every individual student. And we rolled up our sleeves at Q&I and decided to build a learning program that does just that. So we have a solution that seamlessly integrates into the school system. And the reason being, we truly believe that a student should stay in school. Firstly, the kind of environment a school can provide, the kind of learning and development a school can provide is unparalleled. I don't think it can be provided outside. Second, they don't need to go beyond school to be able to achieve success. All they need is right within school, and with Q&I's learning solution being integrated into the school, it can help students achieve success. Now, how does this work is that we ensure there is personalized attention on each individual student. Plus, it is available within the school. Thirdly, we also ensure that the entire ecosystem pays extra attention to each student and no one gets left behind, so that no one's lost in the crowd. Plus, it reduces the burden of upskilling teachers as well as ensuring constant training. We take care of that as well. Now, how does this entire program work? I'm going to spend a couple of minutes explaining how how does it work. At Q&I, we have something known as the Q&I's learning cycle, or the cycle of success. How does this entire cycle begin? Every step is very unique in its approach. Our core philosophy is personalization. We want every student to learn the way they learn best. Now, how does it all happen it's very simple. The first thing that we do is we give a diagnostic assessment to these students. And this diagnostic assessment is adaptive in nature. We ensure that once a student joins and enrolls in Q&I program, they know the level they are at. schools know what is their current learning level. Only then can we hand out a program or a journey to them. In an alternate world, in an alternate method, students would simply have to opt for different programs based on what suits them. But we follow a slightly different approach. We go ahead with first diagnostic assessment to understand what is a student's current learning level. And the adaptive nature of the test helps us to understand where they are today and what are their needs, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. Based on that assessment, we deliver learning in two formats, on-site as well as hybrid. In on-site program, teachers are available within school. They are a part of your extended team, and they cater to, they are there from 8:30 in the school when the school begins, and they are there till 4 p.m. to ensure that students are learning with us. They are part of your system. They are certified and trained, and we ensure that they are regularly trained. There's also a hybrid model where our teachers are available at HO, and your teachers are available within the classroom to ensure that there is this is the blended approach, where we have our teachers available online and your teachers are available within the classroom to deliver learning. Now, post-learning has taken place. One of the panelists mentioned that we need adaptive assessments to truly personalize learning. And that is also, we're very happy to share that assessment-led learning is one of our main philosophies. We ensure that the first thing that a student takes on is an adaptive assessment. So based on, once the classes begin, each student goes through multiple adaptive assessments. These, for example, if all of us are in the same classroom, we'll all have different assessments, and technology helps us do that. And when I say these assessments are adaptive, I truly mean adaptive. We have lakhs and lakhs of questions tagged at different levels. Plus, we don't just have 3 difficulty levels. We have 27 levels of difficulty. And the reason we have that is we want students to move at a pace that suits them. We do not want any student to miss out. And that's the level of granularity we focus on. Once the assessment cycle begins, students also get a complete understanding of where they are today and where do they need to go. We have very comprehensive dashboards, reports that are very simplified for students to understand. But not just for students. We also have them for parents as well as for school leaders to understand how their students are performing, for parents to know whether their students are on the right track or not, and for students to understand how far they are from their journey. Here's an analogy. We all use Google Maps. We wanted to create something like that for our students. Google Maps tell us how far a particular destination is, whether it's going to take you 30 minutes to reach there, whether there's traffic or there are any roadblocks. Similarly, we wanted to provide students with a complete understanding and a roadmap of their journey. How far are they? What's their ideal pace? What are effective preparation hours? For example, we also go as detailed as telling students, these are the hours you're most focused in. You should maybe learn, study during these hours. We also tell them what is their ideal pace. If, let's say, they were supposed to do 10 chapters a month, are they following that particular pace or not? It's like having someone with you every step of the way guiding you, because that truly makes a difference. A lot of students, when we spoke to them, felt very lost, felt confused. They said, we're giving our best, but we don't know what's not working. We don't know what's not going right. And that is what we wanted to provide them with, a complete solution that tells them what's the way and how they can go about it. And another special feature that I'd like to focus here on is something that truly makes a difference in our learning cycle is doubt resolution. Now, we wanted to create a different experience around it. What we've done is, instead of providing everyone with one size-fits-all doubt-solving class, we ensure there are need-based tutorials for them. Not every student has the same doubt. Not every student is at the same level. Some may have different weaknesses, some may have doubts in different topics. So we provide need-based tutorials for students that are at the same level. What this does is that, first of all, students that have same type of doubts and same level of understanding can be put together so that they can move on to the next level. This way, they are able to save time. They can target and focus on what's truly important. And this will make a huge difference in their cycle of success. And this cycle keeps repeating till the time a student's not achieved the results they want to achieve. A true learning roadmap or a true program can only be delivered once we have a complete understanding for each student. And this is something that I'm very happy to share with you all. It's called the MyQ Matrix. It's a feature of the Q&I platform that helps the students know what are their strength areas, what are their weaknesses, what are the topics they need to focus on. And it is very granular. It gives personalized recommendations to each student. We all had revision notes, and I know students keep sharing them amongst themselves. What this particular matrix helps us to do is understand what are some of the areas that maybe one particular student needs to focus on. We'll only assign those kind of lessons or revision plans to that particular student. Similarly, another student may have completely different set of questions and doubts and different strength areas. This helps us personalize learning to the most granular level and gives us a complete understanding of every student. Yeah. One thing we wanted every student to have is complete clarity in their journey. And we were able to achieve that with in-depth analytics. At Q&I, we wanted to build a very powerful program for our students. So we took the best of human capacities in the form of experts and teachers and coupled it with an AI-driven platform that's very smart and intuitive. Bringing the two together helps us create a very powerful program for our students and our schools. And in-depth analytics is one feature that helps us deliver that. This gives a complete roadmap for our students, helps them chart their own progress journey, truly enables them to take charge of their learning, because we want them involved, and helps them know where they are today, what do they need to do in order to reach where they want to reach. And we, like I said, we are as granular as we can be. We also tell students based on their biological clock what are the effective preparation hours. So we want this learning to be very effective, efficient, smart, and time-saving for our students. Now, if I have to sum up the benefits that a student derives out of these programs, number one, it's one of the most personalized learning program. And we are very proud to say the level at which we create adaptive assessments is right now not present in the market. Our system is adaptive since day one, because this helps us truly personalize the learning experience for our students. Post that, we like to say that we are with students every step of the way. From the very beginning, when they decide to start learning, till the end, when they have completed their exams and they're looking for guidance and counseling, Q&I holds their hands till the very end. We provide them complete support throughout their journey in sync with the school. And one of the shining features of the program is that it is completely integrated into the school system. Because like we said, we believe a school is the most important institution in a student's life. Plus, it provides a very safe and secure environment without students compromising on their board exams or their competitive examination preparation. And every student has a complete understanding of their in-depth, of their reports, of their performance, progress, etc. We heard some of the panelists talk about there are multiple tools. Some can provide adaptive assessments, some can watch lessons on YouTube, and various other things. But what we're trying to say is that for a student, everything is available in one place. It's like a 360-degree approach, and one-stop solution for students and schools. And that is what we are trying to deliver at Q&I. We're very happy to share that till now, we've managed to achieve a success percentage of 15% compared to industry average of 4%. We've been around for 3 to 4 years researching and understanding the space, but we've been implementing a solution for 1 academic year. And the results have been very heartwarming for us. We managed to achieve 15% of success rate, and we're truly happy and grateful to all our school leaders who've partnered with us. Before I conclude, I would like to take you all to what does the Q&I vision of the future look like. So currently, while we cater to foundation for 8th, 9th, and 10th, as well as JEE NEET for 11th and 12th, we also plan to come up with the CUET and CLAT in the next academic year. We believe a lot of students and there are a lot of aspirants planning to give these exams. Plus, we plan to reach out to 40 plus cities, 2,000 schools, because we want this solution to reach out to each and every student in this country. And school leaders like you all can help us do that. Post that, in the next few coming years, we also want to cater to students aspiring for NEET postgraduate exam, as well as we want to provide content that is multilingual. This vision is also NEP aligned. We want every student to learn in the language they understand best. And this is what our future looks like. Now, as a next step, first of all, thank you for being with me. And as a next step, we would love to reach out to you all and maybe see if there are any potential areas where we can collaborate. Our team will be available in the city 30th January onwards, and we would love to know and reach out to each one of you to seek appointments and see where can we potentially collaborate. We will also be, like I said, our team members will be available. Plus, we will also connect you all with our academic as well as product experts who can take you through the Q&I learning program in much more detail. This is just a glimpse of our story and our vision. There's so much more we'd like to share, but in the interest of time, we just wanted you to know what is the Q&I story. So right now, I would like to open the forum for any questions. If y'all have anything that y'all would like to ask us, we'll be more than happy to answer. And just to reiterate, our team will be available to reach out to you and meet y'all in person. Please, team, can y'all be available with mics? So if anybody has any question, I would love to take it right now. Any questions at all? Yes, ma'am. That's right.
And it's an online platform?
So, ma'am, the entire program has on-site learning as well as hybrid learning. You can opt based on your preference. We also have an on-site offering as well as hybrid offering. So both options are available. Thank you. Sorry? Oh. All right. Post this, we have a short networking break where our team members will be available to speak to you and reach out to you. You can ask us any questions if you all may have. I will also be available. And let's take this discussion forward and see how we can collaborate. Once again, thank you for listening to me so patiently. It was wonderful talking to you all. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, please.
Ma'am, this question is not directly at you.
Yeah, sure.
If any of the members here can even throw light according to their own perspective, I'm more than happy to hear that. If our board or all the boards in our country are going to collaborate, I think that is what you meant when you were asking about collaborative learning. That is why when ma'am said about collaborating with the parents, that seemed like a unique idea to you. So if we are getting on to collaborative learning, personalized learning, learning through AI, whether we like it or not, this means in the next 5 to 10 years, though Neena ma'am said that CBSE through NEP, and of course, all the boards, because of NEP, will be doing so many things to bring out and develop the 4 Cs, especially competency and skills. Then, do we see in the next 5 to 10 years, the board exams, in spite of their 50% competency-based questions, becoming obsolete because they will still not be personalized assessment? Is that why? Is it that reason we need to collaborate? No, that's why I said it's not a question to her. It's more a question to us. Because if the human touch, that's for sure, cannot be done away with, but then there is an introspection also required. Maybe not on paper, not in black and white, but are we moving towards that? Because today when we say personalized learning is needed, and before you showed your last slide, I was talking to my friends that why have personalized learning only for NEET and JEE, in spite of talking about NEP 2020, which talks about, not going into streamlined or different categories. So I was talking to my friends that very soon we should even get programs for CLAT so that we can do away with CLAT possible, for CA, because you and the others will all be always providing with your new ideas, and of course through AI. You can get foundation courses right from class 8, not only for JEE and NEET, but for CLAT, for CA, and for the other 100 jobs that will be coming out in the market. So are we looking ahead to collaborating with organizations like you, again through AI, and through the board? And so quota gets irrelevant. You don't have to go to that place now. Akash institutes become irrelevant because other AI-backed organizations will already be holding hands with us. Maybe in the beginning through pilot projects, some schools, and then later, it will be the demand of the hour where we will have to collaborate if the school has to survive. I see that perspective to it, but these are just my thoughts. Maybe they are more internally driven than wanting a precise answer. Because then last slide, we did come with CLAT, and I think before long, you will come up with different other professions as well, for which you will be giving personalized learning right from foundation. Slowly it will be coming down from 8th to 6th, 7th, and so on. Yes? Yeah. So I think that's one angle to it, but good, like sir has already said, whether we like it or not, I think we are moving ahead. We'll have to do with that. No? Yes. So if somebody even tells us, Nityanand sir, I thought maybe if we look at the positive side of it, of collaborating with different organizations which are going to provide personalized learning. So is it one way of reducing the number of children that are leaving us on the pretext of dummy classes? So we retain our students. That is one thing I think that will be given to us, that why we need collaborative learning. Because when we'll do personalized learning through collaborative learning and AI, and we'll be able to get these students fit for the profession they want. Nobody spoke about those things where a few years back, parents used to visit counselors to know whether the child was really good in that field or not, whether they had that inherent ability to really be a doctor or an engineer or not. Now that is not the case, especially for suburban schools. Now everybody wants to be a doctor. There is nothing like whether you will be a good doctor or not. Yes, so we never spoke about, the diagnostic assessment which will assess whether you have the skill to become that. It will only tell you that, okay, you're still 500 kilometers behind, but you can go. Yes, you can keep going. Never mind, it might take a little more time, and you'll get personalized attention, but you'll reach. No? No. We are not going on that. These are just introspections. So I'm still going by that. I guess we'll have to do it whether we like it or not. Yes, slowly it will come to that. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I'm just voicing my opinions before we have to eat something for free. I want to feel, see, 5 of our friends, they spoke on the stage. You gave them a memento. After some time, you'll be giving us. I want to justify that, so I just expressed my thoughts.
Shall I?
You already did that. No?
Your
So
answer.
you want to justify the second
Your
one too?
answer for
That's okay.
Q&I
All right.
side.
Thank you.
Because, when somebody starts with something, there has to be a beginning to it. You cannot completely take everything into picture. So they are starting with something, and slowly, slowly, all the other areas will be covered. Yeah. Yes. And ma'am, in this also there is personalized. If you are interested, you go for it. Obviously, the trend is going to be changed after a few years. Yeah. So now AR, VR, everything.
All right, so if I may intervene, it was interesting hearing everything. Thank you so much for bringing your unique voices to the discussion. To conclude, yes, personalization remains at the core of our philosophy. But you are right, ma'am. I don't think you can do away with it. In a few years or even now, I think we need programs like this, whether you collaborate with us or not. The point that we're trying to drive home is that we want students to learn the way they learn best. That's a simple point we want you all to take home. And with all due respect, thank you for sharing your perspectives. What I can say is that, how about we come and visit you in person and talk to you all in detail about what is it that we have to offer. Maybe we'll answer more questions that you all have and share some more perspectives that have been brought to the table. We also have a short networking break now. We can continue this discussion there. But so I would like to bring this presentation and this discussion to a conclusion. So thank you once again. Before we break for the networking break, I just want to say that this entire event is being live streamed on YouTube. It would be a great opportunity to share it with your friends and family so that they can watch you and this exciting, lovely debate that is happening here. from the comfort of their homes. So please do share it. Now we are going to break for a short networking break. There are some refreshments. It would be a great idea to let's connect. Let's take the discussion we were having offline now and discuss in more detail. Plus, our team members are available. They will reach out to you and see, like ma'am said, how can we collaborate? What are some of the potential areas we can work together in? We will reconvene after 15 to 20 minutes for the award ceremony. So please, let's break for the networking break. Thank you so much.
Getting started on Q&I. Preparing for competitive exams can be challenging, but we're here to change that forever. Introducing Q&I, the assessment-led learning platform that brings the fun back into learning and gives you the tools to perform at your level best in JEE and NEET. But what exactly does assessment-led learning mean, and how can you use it to your advantage? To find out, let's dive into our platform. To begin with, visit www.qanditoday.com and click on Login. If you haven't already registered on our website, you can do so by filling this form. Now enter your registered mobile number and click on Get OTP. And well, you know this part already, don't you? So let's skip ahead. Once you've fully logged in, you'll see this page. Simply select your level of subject-wise proficiency before clicking on Continue. That will bring you to a personalized assessment, a diagnostic test that shows you your current level of readiness for the final exam. It also helps our unique assessment-led learning platform craft a personalized learning journey for you. To proceed, simply click on Attempt Now. Now read the instructions carefully and click on Take Test to start. On Q&I, testing is easy and seamless. To see how, let's take a closer look at the test panel. On the top, you'll see the section-wise number of questions. Under it, you'll find your question panel. This countdown bar shows the average time that other students take to respond to a question. You can skip a question by clicking on this arrow. Once you select the answer that you think is correct, you have 3 options. You can save your answer and move to the next question, save your answer and mark it for review, or simply mark it for review and come back later. These tools help you highlight those questions that you'd like to come back to. You'll be able to see which questions you've marked out in the summary panel. Over here, you can also see how much time you've got left to complete the test. From this panel, you can go back to any question by clicking its number. Once you've completed the test, click Submit Test. This will only submit the answers to those questions that you've saved or saved and marked for review. Let's now see how to review your test results. Over here, you can check your total score as well as the number of correct, incorrect and unanswered questions. This panel helps you review your test results in detail so that you can see where you went wrong. You can hover your cursor over any topic to get more details. Once you make it to this screen, you've officially taken the first step in your Q&I journey. From here on, our unique adaptive engine will craft a dynamic learning journey that's tailored for you. And pretty soon, you'll begin to see the difference that Q&I makes to your prep. So, what's next? More on that in the next video, where we'll take you through Q&I's insightful and intuitive dashboard.
Hello, Namaskar. This is Dr. Anju Mehrotra from Kalka Group of Institutions. I attended the session today of Q&I. It is all based on the personalized data And I'm really impressed, the kind of information which has been shared, by the other panelists, by other co-panelists as well. So it's very interesting to know that, yes, our learners, they are getting future ready. So it's very important that how through this kind of technology, we can incorporate in the existing education system. About Q&I, I would say that I really like something which is very, very catchy, the slogan. It says, I in you. And this is the best part of it because it's a journey, of a human being that we have to explore I, which is actually in you. So it is more of, based on the life skills, on the human skills, other than the technology. Technology, of course, exists. And we all have to learn, unlearn, and relearn certain things, but nothing like life skills. So I really congratulate and give all my blessings to Q&I and wish them all great, for their future as well. Thank you so much.
Q&I is a product which actually solves one of the most critical challenges of the students preparing for the competitive exams. And that is, one size does not fit all. Having said that, the schools and the other institutions helping students crack these exams are doing a fantastic job themselves in doing whatever they are good at. There's a missing piece out there, and that is they are unable to sort of solve every single individual's personal problems in terms of understanding, learning, strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. And that's exactly what Q&I does. The second thing is the adaptive engine we have all worked on. This is another unique feature, which is substantiated by the kind of content we have created to run it. So when it is adaptive, it actually understands the current and the actual proficiency level of every single student who comes on the platform on the very first day. Having understood where exactly the students are at that point in time, the adaptive engine then kicks in and plans a learning journey right from the beginning till the end, till the student is supposed to have achieved the strengths and the confidence of cracking the exam.
I certainly believe on the path that this day and age when there are so many options and everyone is sort of being the first one to give in their views, the student tends to get a little bit confused and they don't know what is best for them. And sometimes even other people in their life, like parents or teachers, can't really judge what's best for them unless they have a physical assessment or a proof which can state that that is right for the student and this is the path which you should take. So I think this is a very great initiative indeed, and it's surely going to help a lot of students in future.
This product obviously focuses on what you're actually weak at, at the precise point. That, I guess, is not done in other online institutes too. That makes this venture stand out from others.
I would like to mention that I have been on multiple online digital learning platforms before, and the fact that this app has adaptive learning and provides questionnaire for students who are lacking in a particular topic is really nice and makes us stand out from other platforms.
Right now, what we have started off with is addressing the needs of the competitive test preparation market segment and looking at the schools from the 8th, 9th and 10th perspective. So what we are trying to build is an assessment-based learning platform rather than a curriculum-based learning platform, because as I said, we don't want to build a parallel structure to the existing schooling system. What we want to do is supplement what they're teaching. So curriculum-based learning happens in school. So what we do is come up with an assessment-based learning platform where the students learn at school, but come here, practice, identify the gaps in their learning, and then they take assessments and practice to improve upon that. And while doing that, we generate analytics and send it across to the teachers so that proper remedial actions can be planned for those students. And while doing all that, again, personalization and keeping it adaptive.
Hi everyone, it's Rajesh Rathore, Advisor Jammu Sahodaya, as well as Principal GK Public School Gujwani. It's my absolute pleasure attending this event today, organized by Q&I. Wonderfully, they brought all the edu leaders of Jammu together under one roof, and it was a pleasure attending the entire session. So I feel panel discussion on the topic, transformation leadership in this digital age, that must have added new dimensions to the understanding and the perception of edu leaders here. It's need of the hour. We must have a brainstorming session how to equip and empower our students for all the future needs. So that way, I'm sure that after the discussion and attending the entire program, edu leaders will leave this venue taking so many takeaways with them.
My name is Aryan Agrawal and I'm 17 years old. मैं हमेशा से एक इंजीनियर बनना चाहता था and I love exploring things.
अब इंजीनियर बनना कोई इतना it's not very easy. So I asked him to join a coaching classes.
प्रिपरेशन के स्टार्टिंग में काफ़ी सारे चैलेंजेस आए बट टाइम मैनेजमेंट वाज फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट. स्कूल से आना, कोचिंग जाना और उसके बाद सेल्फ स्टडी के लिए टाइम बचाना ये मुश्किल हो रहा था. कोचिंग में जो टेस्ट हो रहे थे उसमें मार्क्स कम आने लगे. इसकी वजह से मैं डिमोटिवेट होना स्टार्ट हो गया
और इससे वो बहुत स्ट्रेस में भी आ रहा था. तो मतलब सोचते थे कि वो कर भी पाएगा कि नहीं.
इसलिए मैं अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल के पास गया तो उन्हीं में से एक फ्रेंड ने मुझे सजेस्ट किया Q&A प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में. Q&A सब्सक्रिप्शन लेने के बाद मैंने सबसे पहले उसमें एक डायग्नोस्टिक असेसमेंट दिया जिससे मुझे मेरे स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेसेस पता चल गई. मुझे ये पता चल गया कि कौन से मेरे टॉपिक्स वीक है, कौन सा चैप्टर वीक है. उसके बाद मैंने टॉपिक वाइज टेस्ट देना स्टार्ट कर दिया जिससे मेरा काफ़ी टाइम बचने लगा क्योंकि इंस्टेड ऑफ कवरिंग होल चैप्टर आई वाज कवरिंग टॉपिक वाइज थिंग्स. Q&A में ये एक अच्छा फीचर है कि टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चंस अनलिमिटेड हैं. आप कितने भी क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. Q&A जब मैंने यूज़ किया तो स्टार्टिंग में उसने मेरी लेवल के क्वेश्चंस मुझे देने स्टार्ट किए. फिर ग्रेजुअली उस लेवल को इंक्रीज करता गया जैसे जैसे मैं अपने क्वेश्चंस और अच्छे करते गया और मुझे उस लेवल पे ले गया जिस लेवल की प्रिपरेशन मुझे चाहिए एग्जाम को क्रैक करने के लिए. सो इट्स एन अडेप्टिव प्लेटफॉर्म which help you increase your level gradually to practice more and more questions effectively. और मेरे सामने पूरा जे का रोड मैप था कि मुझे कैसे कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, स्टेप वाइज कैसे कैसे मुझे आगे चलना है. It acted like a personal mentor for me and it made my performance better. इन सब चीज़ों के अलावा भी जैसे जिन टॉपिक्स में मुझे डाउट आता था उनमें Q&A के टीचर्स ने मुझे काफ़ी हेल्प की.
तो RNS सब्सक्रिप्शन को यूज़ किया तो 2-3 महीने बाद मुझे लगा कि he is not confident in his studies.
साइट पे ट्रैफिक बहुत था और मेरा रिजल्ट खुल नहीं रहा था बट जब फाइनली खुला और मेरी 3 साल की मेहनत मेरे सामने मेरी स्क्रीन पे थी.
आर्यन का फ़ोन आता है मेरे पास कि डैडी मेरा जेई का रिजल्ट आ गया है और मैंने जेई क्लियर कर लिया है. तो मेरे को बहुत प्राउड हुआ, बहुत अच्छा भी लगा.
मुझसे कुछ कोई नहीं था उस समय, तभी मैं बहुत खुशी हुई और उसकी आंखों में चमक जो थी शायद मैं वो भी बयान नहीं कर सकती.
I was dreaming of going to college and starting a new life. जो चीज़ें मैं पहले कर रहा था जैसे सोशल मीडिया को कट डाउन, that was not the solution. The actual solution was given by Q&I and their teachers.
I'm Dr. Vikesh Kaur, Principal, Doon International School, Jammu. I'm really proud and honored to be a part of such an event that has been organized by Q&I organization. I extend my heartiest congratulations and generous gratitude to the founder and CEO of Q&I, Mr. Vinay Singh, and his team for organizing such a great event where almost all incredible intellectuals of Jammu and across Jammu, they were brought together under one roof. Basically, this event was about transformational leadership, which is the need of the hour. And as we all know, that education sector is changing with a fast pace, and we all need to transform ourselves and our initiatives to keep a pace with it. So basically, Q&I is an organization which is providing some kind of solutions for all of us, where they have some customized and tailored, structured learning strategies for everyone. As we all know that all children are unique in their own sense, and it is not possible to have one size fits all kind of a thing. That's the gone days that we all used to teach in the same way.
What we have started out with is a test preparation segment, need-based learning or assessment-based learning as you can call it. But we want to turn into an edtech company that offers holistic learning to the child. We don't want to be confined to a particular exam as such, but be a part of the entire learning process. Make it more participative, make it more collaborative. We're cutting edge technology basically to actually take it to the next level, make learning more enjoyable and more tangible in terms of the outcomes that come through it. And that is what the vision for Q&I is.
It'll help us to understand that at which part I'm lacking. You can start wherever you are in your journey. It doesn't depend on if you're in 11th or if you're in 12th.
This product will tell you where you are exactly.
I have all the solutions in the app. It can be a game booster for a student who is sincerely preparing for JEE and NEET. Most thing I like that previous questions. As a parent, I feel that the package is also very reasonable. Yes, I would recommend it for the students of engineering and medicine.
Platform will teach them how to do time management. I would really like to tell our students to go ahead with this.
The analysis part, the assessment part is really very good.
Thank Q&I for giving us the platform for learning such amazing things.
Q&I is something that's going to actually make them very independent, make them understand what are their potential strengths, what are their weaknesses.
Child can revisit after attempting the test.
I feel understanding the way the questions are asked and how to answer them is really difficult.
We keep on practicing questions and we're watching video lectures, but we don't know that till what level we have prepared. Q&I gives you a dashboard.
How much pace of preparation is required? That will be guided by this.
This is probably the need of the hour when children know that they can work at their own pace.
सेल्फ लर्निंग कि किस तरीके से वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर रहा है वो देख सकता है.
The thing which I feel best, the cycle which was told in the seminar.
I find that this kind of a curriculum would be really great for my children.
It focuses more on their personalized analysis, their diagnostic.
It obviously focuses on what you're actually weak at, like at the precise point.
For me, it is questions and initiatives.
This app has adaptive learning and provides questionnaire for students.
आगे रिकमेंड करता हूँ और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसको समाज में आगे बढ़ाएं.
See, the biggest help of AI is that it can help us to manage 5,000 students simultaneously. So whether it's a heterogeneous group or it is any kind of a group, that is no issue out here. Not only this, we take that tool of analysis that is really, really helpful, because what it does is, it is highlighting the strength and the weakness of each and every student. So we continuously keep on going to the platforms. We pick up the analysis of the students who are working on the platform. And based upon that, we come to know that are there certain areas which are common to all the students, where they're weak or they're not able to perform well. And based upon that input, then we design our content. Then we come out with a question bank, or we come out with any kind of a help, so that students are able to clear their weak areas and fill the gaps which are there in the knowledge and move ahead. This is not possible by any single teacher to do all this. So this is how AI is helping immensely to understand each and every student.
I wish Q&I all the very best, and I'm sure this is going to help the children to really find I in them. I find that it is a bit different from the many other platforms which are existing, and hopefully, it's really going to make a lot of difference, because it focuses more on their personalized analysis, their diagnostic. Moreover, the best part of it is that it is not just going to provide them the remedy, but going to give them the solution as well. So it is a very, very important product. Let's see, hope for the best. Future to come, the children will be able to explore I in them. All the very best.
The product is really amazing, and I can foresee a lot of hand-holding in future. There are many assessment platforms, but it's very important that we do the hand-holding with the children. For me, it is questions and initiatives.
So before designing any product, we try to understand why we are building and then what we are building. So we have to be very clear about why we are taking up any project or any product feature that, or any offering for that matter. We just spend a lot of time on deciding why and the what's, and that involves a lot of surveys and researchers and talking to people who are actually going to use our product. You just don't build it for today, you build it for tomorrow. You have to have that whole roadmap in front of you before you actually begin with the process of designing the first draft of it. And then we get into the process of designing the launch and the features that will go into it, and every team what tasks they are going to take. And then we come up with a strategy and go out into the market. And then the next step is to evaluate how the product is doing in the market. The other important aspect of it after releasing a product is to understand, get the feedback, and make the necessary changes so that it is actually usable.
NEET UG is for all those students who are looking for an admission into a medical college. Now this test, in addition to, it's not only about the subject knowledge, it is also time-bound test. So it is going to test your skills of performing under pressure within the time. So it's a lot about the presence of mind also, and also about the application of the knowledge which you have gained throughout. So it's a difficult test because, about 20 lakh students are preparing for it. And just about 9% of it are going to get their admissions into medical college.
I'm Dr. Vikeshwar, Principal, Doon International School, Jammu. I'm really proud and honored to be a part of such an event that has been organized by Q&I organization. I extend my heartiest congratulations and generous gratitude to the founder and CEO of Q&I, Mr. Vinay Singh, and his team for organizing such a great event where almost all incredible intellectuals of Jammu and across Jammu, they were brought together under one roof. Basically, this event was about transformational leadership which is the need of the hour. And as we all know, that education sector is changing with a fast pace, and we all need to transform ourselves and our initiatives to keep a pace with it. So basically, Q&I is an organization which is providing some kind of solutions for all of us, where they have some customized and tailored, structured learning strategies for everyone. As we all know that all children are unique in their own sense, and it is not possible to have one size fits all kind of a thing. That's the gone days that we all used to teach in the same way.
The thing which I feel best, the cycle which was told in the seminar, that give test and analyze your weakness and the strength.
I really do think as a student, this will really help for any student to get to know what point they are really lacking on. I'll promote this to my peers and juniors also.
Such a new and unique platform. It is very, what to say, I have no words. First time I have encountered such platform with such qualities that it is pinpointing you where you have to focus.
Hi, I am Philomena Gonsalves from Saraswati Global School. I was very happy to be invited for this Q&I, and I would like to draw the attention on these words: connect, inspire, lead. It actually propels me this thought process. In fact, when we are talking of values and ethics, we need to connect with children of any kind, of any status. Then comes inspiring. A leader has to inspire, and that's how we leaders lead, and children will follow us in the leading path. The second point to be noted is creating connections in order to teach, inspire, learn. We also spoke about personalized learning, which is very important. Yes, we need to meet all sort of children, and this is possible. And today we got a thrust from Q&I to do this personalized learning. I'm so grateful for this inspiration, and also for all those leaders who spoke about creating connections and personalized learning. Thank you once again, Q&I, for inviting me. I go back enriched. Thank you so much.
The India Today group has launched this to help students to focus and have clarity in their lives.
The analysis part, the assessment part is really very good.
I would really like to thank Q&I for giving us the platform for learning such amazing things.
It's a very important platform for this assessment-led program.
It's something that's going to actually make them very independent, make them understand what are their potential strengths, what are their weaknesses.
Especially to look for my career and for guiding me. I'll be very thankful and grateful to the Q&I.
Students do not know how much have they studied and how much are they prepared for the upcoming exams.
Child can revisit after attempting the test. I feel understanding the way the question.
Good evening and welcome back. Before I start, a short reminder. This entire event is being live streamed on YouTube. Please do share it with your friends and family so they can watch you being felicitated. During the networking break, we had the opportunity to discuss meeting you all physically, and we wrote Jan to 3rd Feb, schools are closed. Now the revised dates where our team members will be present in the city would be from 5th Feb onwards. And may I please take this opportunity to introduce the team member who will be available physically in the city. Shubham Simar, can you please come up on the stage? So Shubham is a part of our business and product team. He will be available in the city from 5th Feb onwards to meet you all in person. And from there, we can also connect with our product as well as our academic and delivery experts who can take you all through the program in much more detail. 5th Feb onwards. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shubham. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to move into a very special part of today's event, our awards segment. This movement is dedicated to honoring the individuals who have gone above and beyond in shaping the future of education. Today, we celebrate the educators, leaders, and change makers who continuously strive for excellence in their work. These awards are a testament to your extraordinary contributions, leadership, and vision for a brighter future in education. Please join me in applauding you all for the exceptional contributions you all have made to the field of education. But before I begin, may I please take a moment to introduce Mr. Vinay Singh, Executive Director and CEO of Thomson Digital and Q&I. With over 30 years of distinguished experience, Mr. Singh has been a visionary leader in content communication technology, driving Thomson Digital's strategic growth across India, Mauritius, and the US. Under his leadership, the company has emerged as a key player in the global publishing industry, pioneering digital transformation and innovation. Mr. Singh's deep fascination with emerging technologies has fueled his commitment to driving innovation. His extensive background in scientific, technical, and medical content, along with educational content for K-12 to higher education, now guide his focus towards advancing the edtech landscape in India. Leading Q&I, he leverages Thomson Digital's rich legacy to create transformative learning solutions that enhance student experiences nationwide. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vinay Singh. Sir, may I please invite you to the stage to give away the awards to our esteemed school leaders. Thank you for doing the honors. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Now, without much further ado, let's begin the award ceremony. Our first awardee for this evening, may I please invite Dr. Sujata Singh, Principal, Delhi Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Miss Abigail Elizabeth, Principal, Srinivasa Ramanathan Public School. Congratulations. Congratulations, ma'am. next awardee, Ms. Manisha S. Jaiswal, Principal, John the Higher School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Ms. Preeti Mishra, Principal, Vishnu Bhagwan Public School. Congratulations, May I now invite Ms. Reema Mati, Principal, YMCA Centenary School. Congratulations. All right, we have someone taking the award on ma'am's behalf. Thank you so much. Congratulations, ma'am. Please put your hands together for Ms. Richa Tripathi, Principal, Central Academy. Congratulations, ma'am. Mr. Sanjay Sharma, Principal, Sangam International School. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations to Ms. Suman Jaiswal, Principal, New RSJ Public School. We have someone taking the award on ma'am's behalf. Congratulations. together for Ms. Tripti Srivastav, Director, Devraji Premchand Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. May I now invite Ms. Vibha Pandey, Principal, Ramanujan Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. Please put your hands together for Mr. Vinod Kumar Upadhyay, Principal, Maharishi Vidya Mandir. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations to Mr. Birendra Kumar, Principal, SP Convent School. Congratulations, sir. Please put your hands together for Dr. Jaiti Ghosh, Principal, Mother Teresa Convent School. Congratulations, ma'am. Please put your hands together for Dr. Manoj Kumar Pandey, Principal, St. Xavier's School. We have someone taking the award on sir's behalf. Congratulations. May I now invite Ms. Geeta Arora, Principal, LDC Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Ms. Mangla Mishra, Principal, Police Modern School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Mr. Manzoor Alam, Principal, Darbari Lal Vijay Kumar Intermediate College. May I now invite Mr. Minhaj Alam Khan, Director, Kingston English High School. We have someone taking the award on sir's behalf. Congratulations. With a huge round of applause, may I now invite Ms. Neeta Sharma, Principal, BR Memorial Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Ms. Preeti Kesharwani, Principal, SP Girls Intermediate College. Congratulations, ma'am. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ujjwal Srivastav, Senior Coordinator, Sanskar International School. Congratulations, sir. With a huge round of applause, please welcome Ms. Neha Khan, Senior in Charge, Vishnu Bhagwan Public School. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations to Ms. Rashmi Singh, Principal, St. Xavier's School, Pratapgarh. Congratulations, ma'am. Calling our final awardee for this evening, Mr. Shashank Sharma, Principal, Dev Sports Public School. Congratulations, sir. All right. Yes. All right, yes. Final award for this evening. May I please invite Ms. Ranjana Tiwari, Principal, Bal Bharti School. Congratulations, ma'am. With that, we conclude the award segment. Sir, thank you so much for gracing the event with your presence. Dharmesh, ma'am, thank you so much. Once again, a big congratulations to each awardee this evening. But before we conclude and end the session, end the entire event, may I please invite you all for a group photograph. please join us on the stage for a group photograph so that we can capture this moment. Please come up on the stage. Thank you so much.